and welcome to this presentation of Flash4i, a very short format of 10 minutes. M81 family is made of Control4i, Flash4i, and Recover4i. In this video, I'm going to introduce you to the product Flash4i, which is the firstborn of this family. For the other product, I invite you to go to and see the presentation in similar format of 10 minutes. M81 distributes its products all over Europe through a network of 18 distributors for the moment. So, to talk about Flash4i, let's start by taking a closer look at your situation. Everybody needs to have good backups. It's very important when you manage a database to have backups of the data and of the system in regular basis, and to make sure that they can be used easily. In an ideal world, it would be nice to make a Safe21 every day, but your company is working 24 hours a day, every day, because you have factories all around the world, and all your customers are placing orders over internet at any time. And backups lock the files for a long time. Another point is that developers need to test their new programs, and they often like to test them on real production data. Sure, it's not possible to do those tests on production partition itself. Most of the time, the answer is to have the test partition and to actualize the data by restoring production backups. But this is a long process and often a manual process. Let's hear that Flash4i may be a solution. The idea is to create a clone of the production disks and show those disks to another partition that we will call the clone partition. The cloning process is instantaneous, regardless of the disk space. 500 gigs, 5 terabytes or more, we don't care. It's duplicated in 1 second. The new clone partition is then available and can be IPL in less than 2 minutes. It contains an exact copy of the production, and it's really and completely independent from the production. On this new clone partition, we have to make sure that production's job will not start. So the first thing we have to do is change the IP address and the name of the partition, hold every automatic job, the work job scheduled entry for example, have a new and specific startup program, etc. We really want to have real data from the production, but on a brand new and independent partition. What can we do with this partition? Backups. A Safe21 every day becomes possible because there are no users, no object locks, and during this time the users and batch are running on the production itself. It's like a dream. Developers that always prefer to test their new programs with real data, restore the database on the test partition is a long process, and it's done from the backup tapes. Using Flash4i, developers have their test partition faster. Extract the data to send them to a warehouse need to have data that don't change for a few hours. And it's better if some big SQL requests run on another partition so they don't impact the users on production partition. Now let's see how it works. Here is a power server with an IBMI production partition. The disks are external disks located on the disk bay, a storewise SVC DS8000 or EMC VMAX for example. On the production partition, the product Flash4i has been installed and configured. On the disk bay, we configure the clone disk with the flash copy function, also called SnapShot on other vendors' bay. And the definition of the second partition is created on the HMC. We will call it the clone partition. On production system, we use the command flclone. That's a normal, traditional IBMI command that can be placed in any CL program or scheduler. This command will manage the communication with the disk bay and the HMC, and will run everything automatically. First, quench the memory to make sure that the data active in memory are copied to disk. Then, connect to the disk bay and start the flash copy or snapshot. This operation takes only 1 second, and the result is that the production disks are fully duplicated, immediately usable, and completely independent from the production. I know, it's hard to believe, but it works. Contact us if you want to have more details about this. Then the command will connect to the HMC and start the clone partition. During the IPL, we will change the configuration to make sure that no production job will start. We move the production IP address and create a new one. Hold every automatic jobs. Check the tape drives and tape library resources because it may change on this new partition. Don't call the queue startup program, so nothing from the production will start, etc. Now we have a clean partition with no jobs, no users, no lock, and all the production data available. We can start the backup. That's a standard backup with your usual tool, no need to change. If you use BRMS, we keep BRMS. If you don't, we will use your specific and usual program. We don't care how the backup runs. If you have no preferred tool, we also can start a real Save21. With this, the backup will be done, every data will be on the tape, but the logs and history data remain on the clone partition. And 24 hours later, the same process will start again, and those logs will be lost. That's why we started an IP address that we will use to send the data, the logs, to the production partition. For BRMS, for example, the library QUser BRM is sent back. So every information is located on the production system. After that, when everything is finished, we don't need the partition anymore. FlashRY will stop the clone partition and the flash copy. In this example, I said that the clone partition could be used for backups. But you also can use it for any other purpose that needs to have a production data without the users. All this is not very hard to do. It can be done manually if you need it once or twice a year. If you want to make it automatically, a few programs can do the job. But there are many hidden things, so the professional way to do it is to use FlashRY. FlashRY provides a lot of feedback information. Internal log, system log, job log of the job that ran the backup, and even your specific files if you need. Here it is. This quick presentation is over. FlashRY is already installed on a large number of partitions in many companies all over Europe. We offer you a more in-depth demo and to look with you how you could use this function. Do not hesitate to contact us. Our coordinates are displayed on the screen. Depending on your region and language, you can contact us in English, French, or German. And of course, you can find more information on our website, m81.eu. Thank you for your attention, and see you soon.